Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video here for Bakemonogatari episode 14. This is part 4 of the Tsubasa Cat arc now. We've got this, and then the finale of Bakemonogatari, and then we've got the Kizu Monogatari movies next, which supposedly detail what happens during spring break. So, I'm excited. Let's hop into this. We've been dealing with Hanekawa's shit. We've now taken her to Oshino, where we have turned her into a cat. Oshino knocked her out, so we're going to confront this cat deity directly. And Oshino mentioned that it's like one of 3 of the strongest cat deities or something like that. It was something along those lines. We had a whole conversation about that fucking radio show. And then they had a ride there where, Hanekawa was talking about a vampire's charm, which I think she was just bullshitting away to excuse her feelings for Araragi as some charm that he has because he's a vampire or something. I think that might be what it is, but I don't know if that's actually the case. We'll see. But yeah, let's hop into this. Time to confront this cat, and let's see where we go in this episode. Per usual, feel free to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current and past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions, so feel free to check out either of those of your own will. Now, I've heard us up straight into Bakemonogatari episode 14. Where the hell? Oh. Okay. An interesting beginning to this episode already. Yeah, they tied her up on the roof! No, you only drained its energy on Golden Week. I was saying that all along, that only felt like a temporary solution to the problem. No. Yeah. So it seems like she might not leave her until Hanekawa's stress is alleviated, which could be, her trying to keep up her perfect role model student persona, classes, exams that we just had, her trying to get the perfect grades, what's going on at home with her parents, everything could be compounding on top of itself. Where she attacked her parents and then other people. Put a bell around her neck. Is it like a charm or an amulet or something that has some ability to weaken it? Yes, she was. Probably stress headaches. Oh, they've switched spots now. Take that into account and set something up. Yeah, that would have been helpful. Not necessarily. Interesting. I wonder... I am just spitballing, so I could be wrong, but they seem to possibly indicate that she has feelings for Araragi, possibly. And so maybe it could be the fact that he's dating Senjogahara or something, I don't know. I'm just tossing shit out, tossing theories out. Because my whole basis for her having feelings on him is that bike ride scene felt very intimate, but also the whole vampire charm thing, which I think is a load of bullshit. It's just another temporary solution once again. Evasive line. Now we're over here. Why are you trying to change the topic here? Neko sensei. Okay. And now we're walking on the desks. It sounds like he is. He very clearly keeps changing the topic. Oh, is Shinobu not here? Hachikuji did mention that she saw Shinobu, wandering around this random area. Is Shinobu gone? And Oshino doesn't know where she is, and so we can't have her drain her energy? Yeah, I don't think Shinobu's here. That brings along its friends. Yeah, you haven't seen Shinobu once, missing. Where's Shinobu? Yep, that's a journey to find herself. Next up, the opening, okay. Oh, this is new. Now it's actually animated. Was it always there? I don't think so. It's always been real life visuals. I don't think there was a single cut of animation in the opening before. Yeah, no, this is completely different. It's actually Hanekawa and not that girl that they had before cosplaying her. Oh my god, intense C, dude, Jesus. Whoa! What the fuck? What on God's green earth was that? The hands reaching out of Cat's mouth and then whatever that was. Interesting. I'm sure there's so much fucking symbolism in that opening that maybe we'll pick up on here. Next episode's the final episode. That's cool. Ah, remember what Hachikuji said. Yeah, we haven't even heard her speak literally once, but maybe she'll begin speaking. Oshino did say she's off on a journey to find herself, whatever the hell that means. Even weaker than a kid. Mr. Donut. Oh yeah, is that where Hachikuji said she went? So Adanagi went there immediately? I think so, right? This visual, all of a sudden there's just big, like, we're in like a desert. Looks like we're in fucking Vegas or something with the plateaus. June 14th, 10:23 a.m. Yeah, this is when he saw her. Yeah. Yeah, that's the joke, is they made it a typo, because Adanagi, it still sounds the same with an R in front, so there's no way to know unless you're actually just typing it wrong. Sorry, I bit my tongue. No, it was on purpose. Oh, so he went to go meet her again. Okay, he went to go recruit her to go look for Shinobu. Okay, gotcha. It said flashback though. It said flashback to June 14th at 10:23. Oh, okay. Maybe after meeting with, because we're skipping school, so innately it's pretty early in the day when Hanekawa and Aranagi went to Oshino. So this must be right after he was with Oshino. He went to go ask Hachikuji to look for it, and then went to look for her on his own. Utmost vigilance. Could always ask Senjogahara to help, but I guess she's filling in for them at school at the moment. Finding a needle in a pyramid. Nope, not the phrase. Not the phrase. Flashback that same day. Oh, okay, he's gonna call Sengoku. So he's getting in contact. Why is she at home? Do you not go to school, Sengoku? I'll tell you a funny story. Oh god, it's gonna be the most niche shit of all time. Okay. I get so angry I somehow ended up calm. Yeah, we know Shinobu didn't exactly like Sengoku. She was glaring at her. Okay. Okay, so he also contacted Kambaru as well. Why do you keep saying your name? Also, that was just not subtitled. Yes, it is. After you said your name 3 separate times, it is me. I'd like you to guess wrong. Chick Witches Love and Berry transforms to stylish magical cards. Chick Witches Love and Berry. What? Yeah! Oh my god! Oh, Jesus, Adanagi, you have... I don't even know, man. Also, so they have times before each scene. Maybe Sengoku's was after school that he got into contact with her, but it looked like she's in like pajamas, like she just woke up. Same day, 3:45 p.m. Okay, so school's probably out. Gotcha. I guess she gets home and changes into pajamas immediately. Lose my sense of play. Pretending to practice my putt. That's probably a reference to something that I'm forgetting. What? All the people behind her just collapsing. Yes. She swipes the card again. Damn, Senjogahara said no, so he did ask her. Oh, Jesus. What? Yeah, I'm not getting these references. Wouldn't it be... Oh, wouldn't it be nice? Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god. 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 We're talking about the fucking shit from Hanekawa's radio show from last episode. It just clicked. So they're the fucking stories is all of them. I remember pretending to practice my putt now. So that's Kambaru. So who was Sengoku? I love big bear cats. Okay, oh yes, because there was a story about a maid. Yes. Okay. I'm remembering these now. And I don't think Hachikuji was any of them. Oh, yes, there was a story about the pyramids, right? Maybe not. God, now I'm getting everything twisted. There was literally that whole segment there of her talking about the radio show. I like genuinely felt like I was losing my mind for a minute. So they set that up all for this fucking joke for each of them to be part of it. Jesus. I'm sure there's like some, knowing this series, there's probably some deep symbolism for each story and how it relates to each character or something like that. I kind of want to go back and watch the whole radio show again to like get the stories again to see how, it relates to what they're saying. Because I do remember the, talking about playing president and things like that. But I don't think it's that important. Maybe it is, but I don't think it's that important. I think it was... So I'm just gonna leave it. Yeah. Yep, you have put it together perfectly. Yeah, I mean, he cares for both of them. It's obvious who you should put first, but not doing so is very much like you. That's interesting. What do you mean by that, Senjo Gahara? It's obvious who you should put first, but not doing so is very much like you. Also, let me lower my desk a bit. Interesting. Color me curious what exactly she means by that. Because that could be so many different things. That could be her being like, you should be focusing on me, but I don't think Senjo Gahara would say something selfish like that. Like, she's saying you should be focusing on me instead of Hanekawa. No. So then, is she maybe implying that, like, they don't need to get Shinobu and he needs to focus on helping Hanekawa with her issues? I don't know. That's very vague. Yeah, she is doing that in y'all's stead at the moment. There you go. Yeah, while she's dealing with some shit, Senjo Gahara's gonna step in and help her so that when Hanekawa comes back, things are still in order and it's not even more stress and all the above for her to try to fix or, finish whatever's not done. Important it is that I do this for her. There you go. In your own way, just like always. Love the pure faith she has on him, the smile on her face as she says that. The pure faith she has in her boy. And I'll see it through my way. Love it. I'm really curious what Senjo Gahara's planning for the cultural festival, because they do keep cutting to this scene here with all of this crazy looking shit. Shoot. The sound of a breath, the sound of breathing. Aww, that's sweet. Tsundere service. Before saying the most cliche tsundere line imaginable. That was fun. Also, somebody made a really great comment on episode 12 about how, Araragi being, as new to romance and things like that as he is, he thinks that Senjo Gahara is doing all the romance tropes wrong, but we've already seen in a previous episode that Senjo Gahara is very caught up with things like moe and things like that and new trends and whatever it may be, and so it's like very, very possible that she's purposefully flubbing all the romance tropes and is actually, because she methodically planned out that whole thing to get Araragi out there and confess really how deeply she is in love with him and all the above, and they had that sweet moment there and everything like that. It very well could be the case that she very purposefully was doing that and actually knows significant significantly more about, like, you know, romance and everything like that, and is not as dense as Araragi thought she was. You know, Araragi, since we see most of the story through his POV, he ends up being an unreliable narrator, possibly in that case. And that's really good if that's the case. I appreciate that comment, because they gave a possible new outlook to, you know, some of Shinjo Gahara's moments in that episode. Oh god, I heart Hitagi. Aww. Just talking with her helped get such a load off his shoulders, you know, weight that now he feels so much better about approaching the situation. But I will say, I know he's not gonna die, he's the main character, but goddamn, if there was ever a death flag, you just said it. Him being like, of course I'm coming back. You know, I love how most of the help that he's called in is two under high school aged children to help him find her. Where the hell did Hanekawa go? She broke out. Jesus. Did you purposely let her out? Cause she was tied up there before. And what's he ing for? Oh, what did that say? Same date, evening somewhere. Great. He been biking around all day. I have to. Oh, damn. Atonement, it said on the screen as he said that line. That's very interesting. I decided to be responsible for you for the rest of my life, as the word atonement pops up on the screen. Oh, fuck! Yeah, she broke free. Well, she's not attacking you. Great. That's fantastic. I guess that makes sense. Cats are silent as hell. Yeah, it's very interesting how Shinobu got away from him somehow, and then now Hanekawa got away from him somehow. So, very interesting. I wonder if he's like, because he was doing the earlier, I really wonder if he's like purposely setting up this situation to let Araragi solve it. I don't know. Like, he's being purposefully useless. That's right, they called her Black Hanekawa. That's right, even though she's nothing about her character is black. The shirt being very unbuttoned. Licking her hands. Jesus Christ, the titties. Yeah, Hanekawa being out here in her very loose PJs with clearly nothing on underneath is something. Boingy boingy. What is that image? Oh, okay. That's where this comes from. Okay, hello. I have seen this clip before because I remember there was a whole discussion about how impossible it was to translate perfectly what was being said here. And that apparently even some people in Japanese like didn't know exactly what was being said or something like that. I may be completely wrong, but I remember seeing discourse about this like years ago or something like that. Literally makes her say as much like as many words that will get the nya out as possible. Got caught up there for a second. Not kidding around either. So, well, I mean, then again, her whole thing is getting rid of her master's stress. She said that countless times at this point. So in theory, she should want to work with Araragi to get rid of said stress, right? Tell you that before. Just not in the mood. Let me translate it, because it is really just her adding like nya to the end of every sentence or changing the beginning of a word to nya a bit, depending on, you know, how the word is structured. And there's so many different ways you can make like cat puns with the English language. History. What in these poses? Very cat-like. Cats find the weirdest ass positions to sleep in or be comfortable. After all, my Meowster was able to work through that stress in those 9 days when it would have taken me a year and minimum. Interesting. Talking about Golden Week, obviously. Yeah, because the stress. So, okay, that's very interesting. She effectively said, Shinobu took away all the stress that would have naturally taken her a year to get rid of. That's crazy. Okay, interesting. Yeah, so she isn't our enemy. Good to know. Now that she's also come to the conclusion that we're not her enemy either. I'm the cat's pajamas. Once again, gonna reach around him in the same way that Hanekawa did, and once again the boobs are pressing on his back. You know, Oshino did say that this cat is very lustful. That's been mentioned several times, that this cat is very lustful. So, let's be a little careful here, Adanagi. Oh, Jesus! Oh, no. No, was she fucking lying? Oh, she just drained his energy. That's what happened. She touched him and drained his energy. So she just, it's not an ability she activates. She just naturally drains humans by touching them. Jesus Christ. I get away with saying it. Nope, you drained my energy. We saw the sparks flying. I may be dumb, but you're a moron. Yeah, didn't realize that her own powers took his energy. Okay, so she's not gonna ride along, she's gonna run alongside. Jesus Christ. For the love of God! Bakeneko. Yeah, he's been dealing with oddities non-stop. Anue, appearing in the works such as Tale of Heike, they have a monkey's head, tanuki's body, tiger's limbs, and a snake tail. Depending on the book, their body might be not mentioned, so they're sometimes drawn with a tiger body. Don't just react to the monkey and snake. Where are the crab and snail parts on one of those? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard the word Nue before. This cat does not think before she speaks. So yeah, he said Oni there, but the word vampire was on screen, you know, kind of there for once and for all, you know, I've been told in the comments, but once and for all clarifying that they are interchangeable. Whoa, this shot is crazy. You can get along with us. You've kitten off more than you can chew. Yeah, they live in two different worlds. We're incompatible. You are the one thing I don't want telling me I'm dumb. Yeah. She's trying to make puns, but they're just so awful. Why Shinobu ran off? Interesting. Yeah, this is the first oddity that he's been able to speak to like this. You know, Shinobu, before she got turned into that child, could probably speak as well, but we haven't seen what happened there, so for us, the viewers, this is the first one he's talked to, because the rest have just been non-spoken. And it makes sense because this cat deity, as Oshino said, is one of the three highest ones. Guesses end up being right. Oh, he knows his place. Damn. Just all the emotions affect all of them. Because the friend is just annoying.
でもちょっと待てよ。お前慣れてただの子供として扱っていたから。
そうかもしれにゃいし、そうじゃにゃい。そんな深いところまではわからにゃいにゃ。
Meouch. Okay, I'll keep that conversation locked in the back of my head there. That's really interesting. Yeah, how far across the city have we gone at this point? Meownifest. A purr and disappear. I love it. Yeah. Only maybe work when I'm around her. Ordinary child, huh? Not an oddity, but real. He thinks that he just immediately defaulted to thinking of her as an ordinary child, as right after that conversation he just had with Black Hanakawa here. Vampire. Oh, will she die if she goes that far away from him? Interesting. Oh yeah, because she sucks his blood. It's her lifeline. She could technically just drink anybody's blood, no? For a meal and to make a follower are pretty different. Yes, here we go. Okay, here we go. Here we go. I talked about this several episodes ago when they were talking about it. I don't remember what my exact dialogue surrounding it was, but I questioned whether a vampire was able to choose when, if they suck blood, they turn someone into a vampire, or if they just drink for a meal. I talked about this. I think it was the first episode of the Tsubasa Cat arc a couple episodes ago, because Shinobu sucked Hanekawa's blood, but Hanekawa didn't turn into a vampire. So there is a difference. Good to know. I was very amused watching you get familiar with so many of us because she made him a follower of hers. That was the word that Hanekawa used, right? Black Hanekawa. Yeah, make a follower. Because she turned Araragi into a vampire, making him a follower, and then he just keeps getting involved with oddity after oddity after oddity after oddity when he is supposed to be her follower. Interesting. Oshino did say she was going on like a I forget his exact word that he used, but like a self-search journey or something like that. Oh, still incorrect. Ah, she just called him dense and didn't fill it in. Fuck. I'm screwed. I should be better off without the vampire. It's true. But, you know, as Araragi literally stated earlier this episode, he said he feels responsible for her, or he said he was going to be responsible for her, and then that word atonement popped up on the screen. Maybe it's possible she turned him into a vampire to save his life. Maybe he was being hunted by oddities or something over spring break, and Shinobu came in and turned him into a vampire to save his life, and now that she is in this child form, he wants to protect her. Maybe that could be it, and he says atonement because maybe the reason she got smaller is because of him or something. I don't know. Just tossing out theories for what it could possibly be and why he would feel he needs to atone for something regarding her. But then also, I can't complain even if she kills me. So also, from what he says here, Hanekawa, for those 9 days over Golden Week, did not turn back into a human. I feel like that a bigger fuss should have been made about that Hanekawa just disappeared for 9 days. Not after what I did to her. If she dies tomorrow, I may as well die too. Holy fuck. I cannot wait for the Bakemonogatari movies, man. I need to see what happened over spring break so fucking badly. Okay. Interesting, after hearing that from Araragi there, she is admitting there's another way to do it, as opposed to finding Shinobu. Yeah, I mean, yeah, in theory, yeah, but we need to figure out exactly what that is. Whoa, this scene looks so fucking cool. Araragi aura farming up here. This looks so dope. I mean, it's personification. Does it have something to do with a cat then? I know. Oh, okay. She's just saying she knows what's causing it. So I was gonna say, does it have something to do with a cat, and that's why this cat deity appeared? But no, the cat deity appeared because it deals with stress. But But she knows what the stress is.
そっか。
それにこのストレスは
And you, oh god, it does have to do with Aranagi, doesn't it?
簡単に解決できる
You of all people can deal with it easily.
簡単にゃ
Easy as pie.
いやにゃ人間お前の
Knew it! Fucking knew it! Ooh, she is big time in love with you.
だからお前がご主人と恋にゃか
Wow. And so this, I literally called it earlier this episode. I had mentioned it probably had something to do with, you know, school, trying to get perfect grades. They mentioned they just had exams, you know, her family situation. And then I brought up one final point because of the whole vampire thing she said last episode. Now I know that vampire charm thing she said was a crock of bullshit. She was saying it to deflect from her own feelings for Aranagi because she knows that Aranagi is dating Shinjo Gahara. And that being the case with how Hanekawa is in love with him, that is causing her an intense amount of stress. Holy shit. So it does come down to that. Oh! Yep, ooh, Shinjo Gahara's right there. Fuck, you can't end the episode there. Oh man, I don't think Aranagi would do anything to hurt Shinjo Gahara, and more or less, if he did, I think Shinjo Gahara would just kill him. So I don't think he's gonna be able to get with Hanekawa. So I'm curious what the outcome to this is gonna be in the finale. Great episode, holy shit! And there's a lot of conversations that he's had with this cat to lock away and keep in mind. Yep, Shinjo Gahara there. Interesting, cutting the thread there. Cutting the string. Good ass episode, man. Oh yeah, I think that visual. Yeah, it's Hanekawa here in the ED. Sorry, I to be honest, the ED visuals are kind of hard to tell what's changed sometimes because I think they change fairly frequently. But yeah, it's Hanekawa here and the cat. I think I had seen that before in a previous episode, but you know, I never commented on it. Probably a preview here, right? We don't want to see that. Like I said, an episode, I'll probably do it in episode 15 in the finale when I record that. I'll go back and watch all the previews of all the previous episodes. So that'll be next episode. Really good episode here. Lots of very intriguing dialogue. I was right on the money. I called that shit. I'm glad I called that shit. There's definitely probably a more nuance to the situation at hand. And you know, it's probably a lot of compiling factors, but the biggest source of her stress is her love for Aranagi, and if he was to get with her, it would minimize enough of the stress to where she's not so overly stressed that the cat appears. Interesting. What does Aranagi do? Because his look on Hanekawa, he's made it very clear he doesn't feel that way about her, as well as the fact that he feels deeply in debt to her, and that's, if you ask me, that's why he never fell in love with her. And it's much different to Shinjo Gahara, where, you know, he helped her and then they built a bond off of that. From the way it has been phrased, she helped him during spring break at his lowest, and he looks at that as a deep debt to her, and I feel like that made it so he was never able to fall in love with her in the same way that she seemingly did for him. This is going to be really good. I'm so pumped for this finale. I'm expecting drama. I don't know how Aranagi's going to balance the situation because we can't find Shinobu, and if that's the only other solution, he can't go with that because that would be betraying Shinjo Gahara. We'll see. But yeah, I think that is going to wrap it for reaction to Bakemonogatari episode 14. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.